Good old fast Chromebook. Hi, what's up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of Figgah Bangin. We went from having nobody to having a full house. I like it. Little inside baseball. We almost had me and Brian by ourselves tonight, but thankfully that didn't happen.
That would have been no fun.
What's up, everybody? Welcome. Joining us tonight, we do have a full crew. Starting off, as always, we do have the Humpalizer, Mr. Brian Brink.
Happy Hump Day, people. You know, it's funny. I thought tomorrow was Friday.
I wish.
Yeah. But it's not. But
That's my hump. That's my hump day. Today's my Monday.
Today's your Monday.
Today's
Do you
my
have
Monday.
a case of them? Do you have a case of them?
I don't mind the first day back to work. It's the second day that sucks. Thursdays for me, I hate. The first day, just like, all right, cool, I'm back, whatever. It's good to work. And then the next day, like, oh, I got to do it again. Ugh.
Yep.
So are you off on Mondays and Tuesdays?
Yeah.
So you have a consecutive day off still.
Mhm.
That's nice.
I don't like that one here, one there bullshit. I try to take them consecutive.
That's interesting though, to have like your weekend fall on the weekdays. It makes things.
I tell you, when you get things, you can get things done. You don't have to worry about crowds.
Yep, exactly.
You go out to eat, you don't got to fucking worry. Well, in the before times, long ago, when you used to go out to eat.
Yeah, and then like if the football games run late on Sunday, you don't have to worry about waking up early on Monday.
I don't watch football.
Oh. Damn.
I don't care.
Okay.
We also have Mr. Jose joining us.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's been a while. Happy to see everybody.
You picked a good one.
Yes.
You picked an interesting one.
Can't wait.
And we also have, we have some bad news. Josh is no longer part of the show. It is what it is. It happens.
He's on permanent assignment.
He's on permanent assignment.
Permanent reassignment.
He was stuck on the. He got stuck on the boat on the pirate ship, and they mutinied him, made him walk the plank.
Yep.
Unfortunately, what you don't know is the leg doesn't float, so it acted like an anchor, and he went boop straight to the bottom. But we do have a replacement, which is always good. We have Miss Maya with us.
Yeah. Something's familiar but different. I don't know what it is. Happy to be here.
Welcome, Maya.
Welcome.
Good to have you back again.
Like the Toy Detox slogan, right? Back for the first time.
That's right.
Yeah, back for the first time. I like
Welcome
that.
back.
You're safe space, free from safety.
Which I still don't understand what that means, but all right. So we got a lot of ground to cover tonight. So let's not.
Oh God, it's gonna be a late night.
That should be. It should just be like a 3 or 4 hour.
Oh,
So tonight.
Ooh, that's a pretty
We are
thing.
doing Fans Toys Thomas the Tank Engine. Okay, so originally, real quick story. Originally, I was going to go from in the instruct, he comes in robot mode, slightly mistransformed because it's Fans Toys and they have to slightly mistransform it. But it's weird because you don't know what this transformation is until you transform it and see what they are. But never mind. So it comes in robot mode. The instructions go from robot to jet to train. So that's what I did. I went from robot to train to jet to train. I was like, okay, cool. So I put the train down on the desk. I was like, it's ready to go for tomorrow. And I'm sitting here. I'm like, you know what? It's too much. It's train mode is incredibly close to robot mode, and jet mode is further away from robot mode. So I figured it'd be easier. So I just sat there and I redid it into jet mode. So we're gonna go from jet to train to robot.
Gotcha.
But there he is in his jet mode. So first and foremost, you will know. Let's take him off for a second, and you'll notice we'll take a look at this stand real quick. So the stand is obviously going to be something else, right?
What?
So if we can fold this bit down,
A stepladder?
kind of just collapse it all up, and that's going to be your train tracks for train mode.
Oh.
Nice.
So I thought that was a neat little way to do it. So I figured out most of it, and I was like, there's got to be another support somewhere. So like I figured out this top part, like I figured out that, and then I figured out that these bits. So there's a couple little pegs here you can push out and get these little supports out. And then there's a couple tabs, and they just literally friction in there, down in here. And I was like, that feels a little flimsy. There's got to be something else. And then in the instructions, I found that if you lift up on this bit, another piece comes out, and there's a couple of holes. So none of this pegs in. It's just literally square holes and square pegs. But once you get all that in, it's super duper sturdy. And then when you fold out this little bit of business, there's a little piece right there that flips out. And there's a couple of pegs, and then there's a couple of holes here. And then you just kind of rest it in there, and it just kind of sits. But it's pretty secure.
All right. That seems pretty well thought out.
So
yeah,
I mean,
it's clever, and it's functional.
it's not the Fans Toy stand that we've gotten a few times before. It's something different, so that's nice, and it's multi-purpose. So that's I like this edition of the stand.
It's the Ginzu stand.
It slices, it dices, it does your taxes. So we're just gonna transform this all back, fold it all up, and get it ready for later. And put that to the side for now. Let me get the landing gear out, which I think there's only one.
No.
Yeah, there's only one.
No, there's not.
Yeah, the other two are back here.
Yeah, see, there's... Oh, I see.
There's only one deployable. So, all right, so there is the space shuttle mode, I guess. It's not a jet mode, it's a space shuttle mode, right? Unfortunately, it is nowhere near Masterpiece scale. Because we know for it to be Masterpiece scale, Devastator would have to fit inside of it combined. So that's a little bit unfortunate. You know, it should have been at least 8 or 10 feet long.
Yeah.
But
do you have a Seeker in jet mode by any chance?
yes.
Okay. Did I steal thunder?
No.
Okay, good.
I had to think for a second. I do. I can grab one if you need me to.
I would like to.
We do.
see
All
that,
right. Well,
please.
when we get to comparisons, I'll grab one. Do I have one on the desk? I think I moved it. Yeah, I moved it.
Well, I'd like
I had
to
one on
see
the
it
desk, but
before you turn it into a robot.
yeah. No, we'll do size comparisons in each mode.
Oh, okay, cool.
So here he is in shuttle mode. It looks like Astrotrain. It's fairly clean. He's got the 5 thrusters in the back. They are all on. I think they're all on ball joints, except for this one, which is on a swivel and a ball joint.
Would you say those are the 5 thrusters of Vroom?
Sure. So these two are a little bit uglier because they did it the other way, where these are the sockets, and the ball pegs stick out, versus like these, where the ball pegs go into it. So those are a little bit uglier, but they're still fine. But so these are all, you can wiggle these all around. These are all on ball pegs. This is on a ball peg and then on a swivel as well, which collapses it for a robot mode. And then these two little guys are also on little ball joints. So you can maneuver those however you want. They are all plastic. Was that mine or is that somebody else?
That's me.
Okay,
File's
cool.
Done.
I thought there's something. I thought my printer was blowing up or smoke alarm was burning the house down. Or it is very dense and very heavy, as you would expect. Like it probably weighs a good. I need to get a scale. That's the next one we got to invest
Looks
in.
weighty. Looks weighty. Looks dense. Like they like.
I'm gonna say about 8 pounds.
8.
Wow.
8 pounds.
So much-
Honestly,
So much my dog weighs.
it weighs about the same as about a small dog.
Get out of
No
here.
way.
Yeah, it's pretty
I would
dense.
say it weighs. I would say it weighs about 17 ounces tops.
No,
That's
no,
that's a pound.
no.
8 pounds. Like, how much would that cost to
It's-
ship? That's crazy.
It's definitely not less than 5.
Like,
It's like a gallon of milk.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah, it's
a pint of water is a
it's
pound.
16 ounces. Yes, pints a pound the world around.
Thank you, Alton
It's
Brown.
heavy and dense. Pet. There is some kibble on the underside, mostly under the wings. Like the only stuff you're really going to see is like this bit of business over here, and obviously train wheels. But overall, like the silhouette is good. Like you don't see them in the silhouette.
Mhm.
It doesn't interfere with the clearance. So overall, it's pretty clean. It's pretty swooshable. The only problem with the swooshing is because it is so heavy. Like it wants to go down. Like the nose really wants to pitch down from the weight because there's actually a lot of weight. Because these are the legs up in here. So this is where a lot of the weight is. So it naturally kind of wants to pitch down.
What, like if you have weak wrists or something while you're swooshing?
It wants to. You feel it, like it's dense
I
and
see.
heavy. Like
Okay.
it wants to, like even when you're swooshing it, it wants to kind of dip because it's literally these are the legs. So this is where like, most of the diecast is. So
I know where Astrotrain's legs are. Hey,
Can
we get a shot from the front? Like the face looking at us, the face of the shuttle.
There we go.
It's because I had hoped that perhaps maybe they would have
come on, there you go. Hi.
done something to, because even the G1 had this kind of look to it.
Yeah.
I'm not completely
that's what's
hating
supposed
on it. I was just hoping that maybe they would.
The toy has it too. The G1
Yeah.
toy.
Yeah, that's what I was referring to, the G1 toy. But I was just kind of hoping that they would change it if they could. But it's fine.
I mean, they could, but it's accurate. So
Yeah, I guess. Stupid accuracy.
Yep.
he's got a bunch of tampos. So all of this, this bit you'll see in a little bit actually changes. You want to go in the background? There you go. This bit is all tampoed on. He's got the windows in the front. Unfortunately, not really. There's no real gimmicks. There's no real accessories or anything to do with alt mode. To do with at least this alt mode, except for the stand, which we showed already. I do like also that the stand puts it on an angle, so it looks like he's actually flying, which is neat. Did I lose you?
Oh, we're good. I was just typing.
Oh, okay. No, because it went like super quiet for a second. But yeah, it's clean overall, pretty clean. It's cleaner than the other ones that we've gotten so far. You can kind of see, where the train is
Yep.
mostly, but I mean, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's a good shuttle mode. Like I said, I wish it was MP scaled, but it's not. This is like not even Legend scale because Legends Devastator is like up to here on him. So even for it to be Legend scale, that would have to be like the size of the table.
Has that been like a complaint among people?
I don't know. I'm just fucking around.
Yeah,
So
The constructor can't fit in it. Yeah.
I mean,
I mean,
that's definitely worth pointing out. Like, I mean,
technically, he should be able to. The Seeker should be able to stand up in him, and Starscream should be able to float Megatron out in space.
But he still
if they had come with like some kind of like cardboard origami thing in it, so you can make a giant one, that would have been hilarious.
Actually, I just noticed something. Unless I'm doing something wrong, the front landing gear doesn't actually touch the ground.
Oh. What's it resting on?
The back wheels.
Oh, wait. Well, it must be resting on something in the front.
look at that clearance.
I mean, is it resting on something in the front there?
Tap it
It's
down.
probably just resting on
tap it down. Tap it down.
on this bit. That's what I would assume. Let me see if I can. Yeah, there's no place else to even put this.
Can you turn the camera back on?
Well, the camera is on. I just put it down because I went mobile.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I think it is. Is it resting on that? Yeah, it is resting on that.
Oh, okay.
Damn. So is that part painted? Was it gonna get scratch or
I
something?
mean, it's a fan toy, so yes.
Maybe you'll have it collapsed all the way.
As far as I know, it's right. At least as far as the instructions go. Because you can't fold it backwards, because obviously that's even worse.
Yeah.
You can't fold it up, because obviously that's worse.
Nope.
And you can't fold
That's
it
it.
anywhere else. You can't. I mean,
Oh,
you can do that, but that's really not
Does the whole
Yeah.
thing slide
secure.
back? No.
You can do that, but then you got these bits hanging out, and that's going to be, just as bit. Actually, that's worse.
Mm.
I mean, it's not the end of the world because you'd have it on this, probably have it on the stand anyway, but that isn't. Yeah, see that's the only way it collapses. Unless maybe I didn't have it collapsed all the way. Oh no, we're good. I didn't have it pushed all the way down.
Oh,
Yeah.
Crisis averted. Crisis averted. It's touching. There's a couple of pegs here that's got to slot in. I guess it wasn't slotted in all the way. Now it is. There you go. Doesn't roll fantastic though, but there you go.
But
Let
it
me-
will roll.
It will roll. Let me grab a seeker for you.
Where did you stick the
Like an
microphone?
avalanche, you know? All right.
Well, here he is with a car.
That's not a
yeah.
seeker.
that's not the scale.
Definitely not.
I never saw a Lamborghini that big at the Udvar-Hazy Air and Space Museum.
Look at you making up words.
I'm not making up words. All
See
words
that-
are made up.
Now that doesn't look too terrible to me. Like if you're gonna
Let me-
consider like
I want to make this fair, so I'm going to try to get them as close as possible. There you go.
So Thundercracker's got about a nose cone.
that doesn't look too bad to me.
You know,
If you're comparing shit.
Yeah, actually, it's
Shit
pretty much
modes.
exactly.
fans toys. I mean, I know they love to use the Sunbow scale for their robot mode heights and whatnot, but man, I would love Astrotrain just be a fucking be as big as Grimlock or some shit. You know what I mean? Like just fucking make them huge.
Yeah.
But oh well. I mean, if Constructor's not going to fit inside, then what's the point of making it even as big as a Seeker? You know, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
I mean, some concessions had to be made, you know.
Now, if they like from a train perspective, if they actually put them in like O scale or some shit like that, that would have been fucking nuts.
Well, they did put a motor in them, and you can put them on a train track and run them around your room. But I think, I mean, it's really
set
not.
it up and go around the Christmas tree for Christmas, right?
Ooh.
That's right.
Nice.
I don't think I have anything else really for jet mode, for shuttle mode, unless there's any other questions.
There's no other questions.
Nope.
There's really nothing to do in shuttle mode besides this.
I have a question.
Okay. Yes, Mr. Brink in the back.
Yes. So the G1 toy had the cavity in the top when you folded out the shuttle nose. So like there was a compartment right behind the cockpit of the shuttle.
Yeah, the answer is no.
Oh. So you can't hide anything in there?
What's behind the shuttle nose, you'll see in a second, is just the train face.
Oh, okay. Darn. I always like to open that shit up and you can like throw stuff in there.
There is no free room in this thing.
You could put like a few gummy bears in there as a kid and save them for later.
Okay, so spoiler. It's on pegs. You got
Gummy
oh,
bears.
I was gonna say you got a little, maybe one gummy bear,
Okay.
because this all comes around and
But you can't really squeeze him in your pocket when you go to church either. So
no.
I mean that was what's great about Astrotrain. You had a toy
Not happening.
and a snack. When you put him in your pocket and took him to church with you.
Oh god. All right, we got a lot of ground to cover. Let's
And
keep on
technically
moving.
it was 3 toys in 1 as well. I mean
Jared.
Astrotrain was such a great value. What can I say?
Not when he's $50 at Walmart though. Okay, so to transform this guy, first of all, when I transform this to jet mode, to shuttle mode, so this is the backpack basically, and then this is the back of the arms, and you peg them together. I could not get these to peg together for the life of me. I was like, all right, let me just move on before I go crazy. And then like I got the wings all in, I got it all together, and then at the very last second, it finally went in, and now it goes in no problem. So I don't know if it's like one of those you got to do it the first time to break it in kind of things, but now it tends to pop out and pop back in no problem. But that first time was a fucking nightmare. That was like the only real problem I had transforming it. It's actually transformation actually isn't horrible, surprisingly. But we can start by unpegging this, so you can see there's two pieces in the tail, and that's all just going to fold down like that. You can unpeg the wings. I'm going to fold down these little bits, these little winglets, just to make clearance a little easier. I'm going to unpeg these bits. There's a lot of little bits that got to get moved around, so I'll do my best to show everything. Unpeg this. So the wings just there's one little tab that pegs in on either side of this piece right here, there and there. This guy does have a bunch of sliders. It's not nearly as bad as Springer.
Oh,
When Springer had like 17,000 sliders. This guy's only got like 4.
Wish Dust was here. He loves sliders.
Oh, yeah. So we're going to start by folding all this up and kind of sliding all this stuff down and just kind of get it. You can kind of see where we're going, right?
Yep.
So this is all just got to fold around. I think, these don't fold back around. Let's see, where do we go now? So now, let's get the legs done because the legs are a pain in the butt. Unpeg the nose cone. We're going to split the legs, which once you get them tabbed in, they don't want to come untabbed. So if there's these hinges right here, just get a spudger in between there and force it all the way through. And just give it a little wiggle, and then you'll unpeg. There's like 7 or 8 tabs that hold this whole thing, the legs together. So it's one of those things that's a pain in the ass to get it all tabbed in, but once you get it all tabbed in, it's in.
Yeah.
So we're just going to keep splitting stuff until we get these legs apart. Just another. There we go. There's still another tab holding it together somewhere. Fold all that bit of business up. Real quick. When you're transforming it in the instructions, actually, I have the instructions here just in case because it is kind of a complicated transformation. And I just wanted to be able to double check myself. But there is one funny bit. If I can find it. Here. So I don't know if you can see it because it's printed like in tiny text on red. Let's see if it'll focus. Oh, and try it.
Almost did, yeah.
Press with
There you go.
some
Press with some strength.
So what it's telling you to do, because there's like a whole bunch of these arrows and everything else here. It took me a minute to figure it out, but it wasn't too bad. So you need to unlock, so you can see here, it's circling what you got to do, and it's showing what's going to happen. So what you have to do, so if you can't figure it out, is there's a die-cast little button right here, and you press that, and as you're holding that down, it's spring-loaded, so that's why they say press with some force. But you really don't need that much force. It's like pressing a regular button. So press on that and then pull down on one of the legs, and it'll unlock the legs. And you want them in that V shape. And then when we go back, we're going to lock them back in there. But that part in the instructions is a little confusing. It just means press that button down and pull on the legs. So hopefully that helps somebody. So now what we're going to do is kind of lift out. So you can see this swings out and then up on that bit. And you can see Fans Toys has rediscovered the Combiner Wars technology. So we're going to fold out this bit of business, which is going to become the foot, but it's also the bottom half of the train. And you can see the legs have Combiner Wars technology. So we Combiner Wars out the leg, which is hard as hell to get in and out. There we go. And it doesn't come all the way out. Like it's going to have that funky angle in there.
You're turning it into a train, not a robot, right?
Correct.
All right, because it looks like you're turning it into a robot.
It does. That's why I wanted to go from train to robot, because it's very similar.
Okay.
So now we're going to swing this whole bit of business around like that. And you can see it like it fits in that little groove right there. And now this, you can see this shape here is going to tuck into this shape here.
Right.
So we're going to kind of fold that down and then lock that in, give it all a squeeze. And that's that half. In the instructions, it also says to open this up, which is supposed to unlock something, but it doesn't really do anything. And then it doesn't tell you what to do with it. That's another thing in the instructions that's dumb. That took me a minute to figure out. Let me see if I can. Here. Untab that little bit.
Uh-huh.
There it is open.
Uh-huh.
Still open.
Yep.
Still open.
Uh-huh.
Still open. Still open. And now it's closed. Doesn't tell you to close it, and it doesn't tell you what that actually does. Because like it looks like you open that up, and that unlocks this. So you can swing it out, but it doesn't. You can open it without unlocking that. So I'm not really entirely sure what that tab is for. I mean, it's not hurting anything. It's just weird that it's even there, but whatever.
Maybe it gives you some kind of grip leverage or something.
Well, it didn't give me any leverage.
Maybe it makes it so that you can uncombine or where's the leg easier.
Nope.
Oh.
So we're just going to do the same thing over here. Just tuck this all up. Get this all in. Get it around that screw. Like that. I believe that's all we have to do.
Very Dinobot-esque, tucking it into the legs like that.
Yeah. Like it has, like it's nice that it fits in there properly. And although now it doesn't want to. Hey, let's try it. Oh, I know why. That's not pegged in all the way. Now it fits. So now we're just going to peg the legs together again.
So you're making it longer.
Yep, pretty much. I'm not sure which way this is going to end up, but we'll figure it out. Because the knees are bizarre, but we'll get there in robot mode. I'm just making sure this is all extended all the way. Yeah, it's all extended. Okay. So now we're just going to fold these bits down. And then these gray bits, there's a big long tab right there. And there's a slot right there. See, this isn't even all picked together. You got to really give everything a squeeze. And we're going to fold these down. And fold, there we go. Fold this all down and around such that that all pegs in there. And then it's kind of easier just to peg it in and then give everything a squeeze. And that helps line everything up. Come on, go in.
Try to line everything up.
Yeah, this is not the best, but there we go. So because there's so many sliders and joints, it's kind of easier just to kind of get it in the vicinity and then give everything a squeeze.
Yeah.
We have to do stuff with these, but we'll do that later. But that's the front of the train basically done. These bits, we're going to fold the wings around like that. And you can see that there's tabs on the wings that... Oh, those are different tabs. I'm sorry. I thought those were those tabs. So those tabs, you can see there's a slot in the fin. And you can kind of guess where we're going with this. Line them all up. There we go. Give that a squeeze, and that kind of locks that all in. Before I forget, you got to flip this out. Rotate it around, and that just gives it a little clear bit of detail, which will pop that out. And also we'll pop this section off of here a little bit. So again, we'll flip this out, we'll rotate it around, let's just pegged it, plug that back in, give everything back a squeeze. And we also have to, so these are going to be the side skirts. So we're going to flip that out, and then we're going to push on this and rotate that around. That puts the tampo on the inside. So it gives them the plain hips. Technically, I guess you can leave that out if you wanted to, but it's in the instructions to do it that way, so that's the way we're doing it. We're actually almost there.
You're not skipping the train, are you?
No, we're
Okay.
actually. I think it goes like that. This is all going to obviously come around. We got to flip this little bit. Oh, flip these bits out. Yep. Flip this little bit out, which also gets stuck the first time. And flip this bit up like that. And then flip this out.
Whoa, wait, you went really fast there.
Well, I got to do it again. So
How
good
did
news.
you? Okay.
Also, there's another part in the instructions that doesn't make any sense. It's do that. So let me show you real quick because the instructions ain't great. Let's see if we can find that part real quick because that part's another part that makes no sense. Right here. So like do that. So it's showing you this part, and then it's just showing it not move at all. So I couldn't. That was a pain in the butt to figure out. It just basically means take these and squeeze them ever so slightly to kind of get them a little closer to the body. So again, for Brian, flip this little panel. That flips out. Put the caster on it. This panel right here flips up. So 1, 2. And then we take this whole thing and flip it around.
Okay.
So there's a tab on here and a groove here. That's all obviously going to peg together. And it's got to be lined up properly. And then the other thing is, so these, I don't know train terminology. I'm going to say wheel bars, which I know is not the right term. But these have to connect. So there's a couple of pegs and a couple of tabs. So you just kind of got to get it in the middle and kind of hope for the best. Because these don't really move. There we go. So do the same thing over here. Kind of line everything up. I feel like that's not squeezed together all the way. So again, just kind of tab that in. And then take this bit, extend this all out, and then getting this kind of lined up ain't the easiest either. So this is kind of got to go under. Let's see, what's the easiest way to do this? Under, there we go. Under first, over and around, peg that all in. These bits fold up. Then we pull them out, and they're on this sliding bar. And we're going to rotate them around, and then plug them back in. And there's a couple of pegs here that will find some slots. So pull it out, rotate it around, give it a squeeze, and it'll find where it's got to go. Squeeze everything. Hope that everything kind of lines up. And with that, this came on up, so let's peg that back in. Why does this not want to go back in? There we go. This will give everything kind of a squeeze. And that is your train mode.
Wow. It's a good
It's a
looking
good looking
train.
train.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does look good.
So let's get this train track piece out. And you can sit them on there.
There's something about that I feel like it completes the package. Them giving you that just little piece of track.
Mm-hmm.
Squeeze everything.
I like that he still has his shuttle engines on the back. Like the
Oh, I mean, he did on the he was supposed to. Doesn't roll great on the track. It's more of a showpiece than a function piece.
Mm-hmm.
Like these back wheels are wider than the track; they flare out a little bit. So like you can kind of wheel it on here, but it's kind of like dragging on the back. There's definitely more of a show piece than a function piece. But there it is, kind of on the track.
So now is he the same length as Thundercracker?
Probably.
Ugh.
I think that's weird that they made the train bigger.
No.
It's the same?
Wow.
Hold on. I'm trying to give this as fair. That's about butt to butt. It's actually a little shorter because you don't have the nose cone. Remember, the nose cone flipped out,
Oh, the nose.
That's right.
Right. Yeah.
so it's actually a tad shorter.
Okay. Is it still 8 pounds?
I think it lost a couple. I don't know where it went. I guess mass shifting. So doesn't roll great. Kind of just glides and drags more. The wheels, this bar obviously locks all the wheels together, but I
Doesn't
probably
work well.
don't have it. I probably don't have it everything lined up perfectly.
I mean,
But
any
I mean, see, like
company,
if I get it lined up, see, they will go together. But getting them
Yeah.
all to link together it doesn't work.
yeah.
So
I mean,
you can kind of get it going. One, say you can like remove different ones and kind of get it going, but
even when,
it's
even
not
when
fantastic.
even when Torwheel tried it, they couldn't get it to work right either.
So, A for effort. I'd say a C for implementation.
Oh,
Um,
those things on the wheels.
Yeah.
They're coupling rods. That's all they are.
Cool.
Locomotive coupling rods.
Oh, see, this piece all came out. There we go.
So
But, I
I
mean-
wonder the purpose of the coupling rod, right? So
It's
now
probably
the-
because
the wheels are tied to a drivetrain of some sort. I
no, the wheels are
suspect.
free. No, the wheels are free
The
spinning.
wheels are free rolling. This
Yeah.
would help to keep them all moving in unison to help give traction in certain grades.
I see.
That just links them all together because they're free. They're free spinning. They're like
Well-
like an airplane. Like the airplane wheels aren't tied to the motor.
So what makes the train go forward?
Coal.
What, like, so combustion, like through the thrusters in the back?
I think it's this guy, yes, but in a regular train, I think it's just the front, like the first wheels.
The first wheel.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first wheel is tied to it. Right, that's what I was saying. The wheels are tied to a drivetrain, and then the other ones are coupled.
Yeah, but I don't
to
know
it.
if these are the ones that are like. I don't know if it would be like this one. I don't know. I'm not a train guy.
Come on, train guys in the chat, chime in.
Now's your time to shine. You've been waiting all this time. Now's your time.
I do remember briefly though that scene from Back to the Future 3 when they start the engine back up. You can see the wheels kind of spin a little bit in the very
Yeah.
beginning when they
Yeah.
turn the throttle up.
Oh,
So
Back to the Future isn't exactly accurate.
sure it is.
That's not really how time travel would work. But
Doc Brown is a scientist.
you see the
what would
front of the
you-
train. What?
So how would time travel work?
Magic.
Like in Doctor Who.
Yeah, see, still it's not. I don't think I have everything completely lined up, but so you can see the front of the train. It's very blank and toonish.
Yeah.
Does have a little
At least it's got
smokestack
that
and
nifty little headlight there.
nifty little headlights we can see in the dark. But it's a pretty decent looking train. Here he is with the toy world.
Oh,
What? That's what it looks like?
Which I still really like this figure. It's just I gotta get my. I have two of them. I have this one and the white one. This one's very very dusty. I gotta get the white one, bring it over, mess with it. I haven't messed with it in a long time. But that's back to back, in case you're wondering. But you can see like how much more when we were going for the detailed look and not the plain cartoon look.
Yeah. That looks so much better to me, though. I like the details. I like
Yep.
the details.
What's funny is this
To be
thing is
fair,
all
though,
this thing is all plastic, and the fucking this part is diecast.
Yeah,
Holy
the diecast
shit.
train tracks. Yeah.
You can kill somebody with this.
Yeah. Oh, well, does Fans Toys fit on the Toy World track?
I'm gonna say no, but
it looks like it's much wider.
that's what she said. Can I make that joke? Is that cool?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Actually, it actually fits very
Huh.
well.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
It actually fits just as well as the. Hold on. Let's do some experimentation. Yeah,
All
Huh.
right.
you can cross the streams.
Nice.
I wouldn't do that.
Why not?
It'd be crossing the streams would be bad.
That's what they said, and then they crossed the streams and they fucking saved the day. So which is it?
Yeah.
Is it going to blow up the world or is it going to save the day? You can't have it both ways.
But they crossed the streams into another dimension.
But they still cross the streams. They said don't cross the streams, and they cross the streams, and they're fine.
I haven't seen that movie in a while. Is it streaming anywhere? I want to see it.
It's on Aceflix.
No, they crossed it.
Did they? God damn.
There he is with a car.
Scales
cross
better
the
with the car than it does in
It
shuttle
does.
mode.
But
Don't
All right.
cross the streams. Don't cross the streams. It would be bad. Well, what do you
And
mean by
yeah.
bad?
and he, oh, I forgot. So here's his gun. You see, it's collapsed up now because, unlike in shuttle mode, in this mode, you can actually use this little hook part here and clip it under the legs. And now, of course, it doesn't want to cooperate. Ah! I did it before, and now it doesn't want to work. Oh, there it is. There's a groove right there in between. Ah, there we go. So in shuttle mode, there is no storage for the gun. In train mode, you can store it right there, and it doesn't impede anything.
All right.
And then getting it out is a bear. There you go. Okay. All right. Any other questions, comments, concerns before we move on? Because we still got to do robot mode.
No.
All right. Let's get this bitch done. So, to go to robot mode. Let's see. I haven't done this yet, so it might even take a little bit longer. We're going to unpeg these bits, which I believe are die cast, by the way, but very thin. I would hope they're die cast because they're so thin. They'll be stronger than plastic. Okay, let's take those out. What else we got to do? Let's unpeg this. Actually, let's unpeg this. Let's unpeg something. There you go. Unpeg this. Unpeg this. There we go. We'll deal with that later. Let's get the legs done because that's probably going to be the most straightforward. Open up these. Fold these around. Oh, we got to... Crap. Pull these out. Rotate them around. Fold them down so they're flat. Get your spudger. Like I said, so you see that groove right in between the two of those? Just stick it in there and that'll separate the legs.
Easy now.
It was made for a spudger.
It was.
Shoved in there.
So, in the box, here's the first mistransformation. These are the heels. In the box, they're like that. That's incorrect. You want to rotate them 90 degrees that way so that you can see the clear bit like that.
Okay.
So don't leave them like that. Rotate them 90 degrees like that. So that's mistransformation one. Also, these bits don't really have these side bits and all these wing bits don't lock in anywhere. They just kind of sit. You can fold these down to try to clean it up a little bit, or fold them up if you like that look better. There's really no official way to fold these gray bits, so let's kind of do what you want. And that's the legs. Ta-da! So we're gonna unpeg this whole bit of business, and that's gonna free up. Oh, we gotta pull these bits out. Okay, that frees up those. Let's fold these up. And fold up all these little bits, fold these bits out, just to kind of, because we know we got to do that. This bit's got to fold out, that's got to fold up. So it's just collapsing all that stuff. Another bit of business that isn't properly in the box. These, you'll never see them, and it doesn't really matter, but I'm just mentioning it to mention it. These are supposed to fold in. In the box, they're not folded in, they're left out. It makes literally no difference, but if you're a stickler. Let's see. Do we have to press this button? Yep. So you see, if you try to push this up, it won't go in. See, I got one in. You have to press the button, and then you can get the the hips to kind of lock up in there. So those are actually the legs done. I lied the first time. So we're going to separate this and just let that flop around. Just pull that out, let that flop.
Oh no, that's asking for trouble. Pulling it out and letting it flop.
Well, only if you're. No, I'm not even going to go there. Flip this out.
It must be consensual.
I'm going to rotate these clear pieces back around. He took it out. It. Out. It. Yes. It's out. Can we do this now? I don't think so. Well, I guess we can probably do that now. I believe that just folds up like that. These legs are strange, but we'll get there. Okay. Let's see. What do we got to do now? Let's see. Those got to unpeg. This has got to these have got to slide out. So I think the next thing we got to do is slide the arms down. So we're going to slide these wings down just to kind of get them out of the way a little bit. So we just kind of pull up on the arms, which you can't see because I forgot I moved it up. So separate the arms, and then we're gonna. So to transform them, these are the shoulders. Obviously, when you transform them, they're on sliders, and they're gonna slide ever so slightly that way, up, like Ronnie James Dio. So to transform it back, we're gonna push them down. I'm assuming they don't want to come down. Okay, what's the hold up? What are they stuck on?
Press with strength.
I don't think that's this part. What do we hold up on? Hold on. All right, let's get this bit out of here. Can we? No, we can't. Okay, hold on. So I haven't done this yet, so let me see. These slid. I know these slid. Maybe they locked some. Oh, there we go. That one came down. So this one you can see came down. I don't know if you can see, but that one came down. And now you can see that's free. Blurry, but free. There you go. So that one's free. Come on.
So you got to use more than some strength.
All right, what do we...
Maybe pull up and down. What?
Hold on. We're held up on something. What are we held up on? I don't want to break it. Can we get this out of here? All right, cool. We can finally get that out of here. Now maybe we can see what we're doing. I think it's just held up. Can I unpeg this yet? Oh, no. That doesn't make a difference yet. There we go. I don't know what it was hung up on, but we freed it. So that's the shoulders. Now, I did this kind of the hard way, but if you lift up on this chest piece, it's spring-loaded. Okay, see how there's some wiggle?
Mm-hmm.
So now we got a gap there. So now we can take these panels and get them out. Like that.
Okay.
I'm going to push this back down as far as it'll go. You can see there's, I don't know if you can see it. It's going to be too dark. There's a couple of rivets. One here and one here. It's going to be too dark to see. But that's what this slides on, so you can look in there and just see. There's very, very little room where it just lifts up and down. So now we're going to pull this whole assembly down. Flip out the whole head assembly. There's two little flaps on the side that got to come down. This is the other bit that's misassembled in the box. So there's these two bits here that are supposed to be folded up, and they're not folded up in the box and packaging. So if you're not going to transform it, just kind of reverse what I'm doing, get to this point, pull those up, and then you can put everything back. We're going to rotate the head forward, and we're going to lift this up, and then this should peg in. Yep, that'll peg in there. And now we can lift up. Let's get them doing the YMCA a little bit. We should be able to rock these up. Was I supposed to do that before? Crap, maybe I was supposed to do that before. Let me see. Actually, I don't think that makes a difference. No, that shouldn't make a difference. All right, so this has got to come up. You can see that there's that peg slot, whatever, that's going to that groove up there. And I guess it's just a matter of what am I doing wrong?
Maybe you shouldn't have put the arm down first.
That's a good point. I will take that. I will take that bit of commentary and put it to
Well,
use.
It's forgiven. You've never transformed it from train to robot before.
The other thing is, there's little sliders here that are kind of spring loaded, but the springs kind of go into the groove. So you can see see that little black bit. That's actually a spring, and that's supposed to spring it in. So when you transform it like that, and it's supposed to spring out, but it actually fits in the hole in this little die-cast piece. So it's not exactly sized properly. We fold these up, and that creates the chest. Now we can fold the arms down. Okay. Now we can fold this bit up. This didn't make a business. So just so you know, that slot right there goes into right in there. Give that a little squeeze. Fold that bit of business down. Okay. Now the backpack, that just stays like that. The wings can kind of go wherever you want them to. So we're going to leave them down. Then this little bit of business comes down and around and up. So you want it like that. And then it's going to peg in somewhere, somehow. Let's see. And then this thruster. Oh, hold on. Does that fold around? I think that folds. That's going to end up like that. What is this fold around for? That folds up a little bit. Hold on, I did this before. This part I did do before because I wanted to see something. And then it's kind of just finagle it until you find where it goes. There you go. Okay. That's why that folds up, because there's a little peg in there that's kind of going to line up in there and help tab it in. Just get everything in there. Give it a squeeze. You can fold these thrusters however you want them. This bit of business now. He does have a rear fin, right? Mm-hmm. So it's your choice. If you leave it like this, it will stick out an absurd amount. If you leave it up, it's cleaner, but you will see it a bit from the front. Like you'll see it back here. So that's 100% personal preference. It would have been nice if they could have figured out a way to get it to fold back flatter. But unfortunately, it is what it is. So it's either leave it like that and get it a little cleaner from the front, or get the space and fold it up.
I seem to remember him having some kind of something jutting out in the back of him on the show.
Well, good news.
Yeah.
This has we gotta hide those pieces.
So these
and then
these wings.
Well, we're not done yet, but
come on, damn it.
You can leave these like this and give them thruster hands, which is the way I prefer to do it. But we can also
work at the beauty salon with that.
lift up that bit. Fold out this bit. Flip these around. Fold this back down. Make sure you line this up. This is another bit. Getting this unpegged for the first time. Actually, I think I might have wore the paint a bit, but getting this untabbed. So this bit right here has like a hook tab. And it goes into that purple bit, and getting that out the first time was a nightmare. I ended up, like, if you can pull from here, but you can see it pulls out over here when you press over here. That's the only real place to get a grip. So it's just basically get a spudger in there and keep yanking on it, and eventually it'll pop out. Doesn't feel great, but it's the only way to get it. Fold these bits around. Fold this around. Fold that back. Fold this up. Then line this all up. So if you don't line this up properly, his wrist he's going to bend at the elbow and that way. So just line that up. Lock that in. And that, I believe, is one Thomas in robot mode.
Looks good.
So for those playing along, if you're just cutting it out of the box, these need to be swung out, and make sure you flip the heels properly. And then if you want to fold these bits up, you can. If not, they just sit back there. They might impede backwards hip movement. So you might want to fold those in, but if not, it's probably not the end of the world.
What QC number did you get? 33. 33 is a good one, I think.
What's the bad one? 31?
Nah, I think in the 20s is when you get into trouble.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember.
It's all the same two kids with the random stickers.
Shh, bite your tongue.
Ow. I did.
Okay.
I don't
Harry,
like it.
I'll keep trying it until you like it.
Oh, okay.
Harry is in robot mode. Let's run through. Oh, what do you want to ask about the wings?
The wings, though, they're on sliders. So
Correct.
the Toy World one, like the wings wouldn't stay in position because they were on sliders, and I'm kind of curious about these wings being on sliders.
Luckily, the default position is down, so you can slide them up.
Okay.
But that looks fucking stupid.
Okay.
Agreed.
But you can do it. Also, these ailerons all fold. They all bend and fold. They don't fold for transformation. That's purely. I should have mentioned that in shuttle mode.
So they're just there for swooshing.
They're just there for swooshing. They're ailerons. They're just there to help you turn better.
Interesting.
Essentially.
Huh.
Okay, so before we get into it, let's run through articulation. So first of all, face. You guys know me. I do not leave the neutral faces on. I think they're dumb. There's his expression face.
That's
Well, he's angry.
Yeah. His other face is neutral, and it's stupid. So to change the faces, this piece of yellow pops off. You can see there's a little groove around there where it pops off, and then you can pop the face off. So the head is on a ball joint, which I do like. So you get all the way around. You can get up to there. No rail down. And unfortunately, no real side to side, so you don't really get the benefit of the ball joint. Unfortunately, they did the kind of MP Megatron and other figures have been guilty of this, where they put the ball way far back in his neck. So it's where's my spudger? So instead of it being here, it's here.
Yeah.
So when looking at it head on, it's kind of okay, but looking at it from any angle, it looks horrible. But I mean, you're really not going to pose them like that anyway. But it does stink because it does look terrible from not most angles, but a good amount of angles. But it is what it is. Head on, it looks fine, and you can get slight movements are fine. But it's just when you start getting extreme, it looks terrible. But it's more or less fine. Shoulders are on ratchets. Nice ratchets, actually. You can't get all the way around because of the wings. Nature of the beast. Not going to knock them for it. But just be aware. Outward, also ratcheted. Won't get you straight out, but get you most of the way there. And there's no second joint up here or anything because that all locks together.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all you're getting out. Not horrible, but not great.
Right.
Friction bicep. It's fine. Double jointed elbows. Now that's mostly for transformation because he has to fold his elbows up all the way to make them flat for transformation. But I takes what I can get, and I will take that because that's a good elbow.
Yeah.
You do get some gappage from here to here because, like I said, it just has to fold flat, but not horrible, not great, not horrible. I'll take the range over the look any day. We're not going to go into the fists. Fists are fan toys. The hands are Fans Toys hands, swivels, ball jointed, base knuckles, hinges. You know, there's nothing special about the hands. They are Fans Toys hands. Waist, ratcheted. Actually, does not get. Oh, okay. Well, spoke too soon. Does get hung up. Okay. So, ratcheted all the way around. It does start hitting this butt piece. So you kind of just got to.
Oh, shit.
Something came off.
Hey, was it a little purple piece?
It was a little purple piece.
Yep.
Yeah, so those are they Jeremy B actually was transforming his and his just fell out.
What
And
does it go to?
they're like peg hole fillers of some kind. And I
Cool,
don't know, hit up
where does
hit up Lowry later. He'll tell you where they go.
Where does it go? Wait, hold on. Where did you come from? It's not broken.
It fell out of his ass.
It's die cast. It just fell out of his ass. Where did this come from? All right, now this is going to bother me.
It's his butt plug.
That didn't come off. All right, somebody in the chat room, find out where this goes. Now I want to put it back, and I don't know where it goes. Oh, I found it. I found it.
Found it.
So, right there. Hold.
Ah. And there's the other one.
Which way does it go? I think it goes this way. Now, how the hell am I going to slide this up? Which way does it go? I think it goes this way.
Now, what is it? Is that just for a filler?
Yeah, it's just a filler. It's just a filler.
It's just for a hole.
That's strange, but whatever. Okay, at least it's not broken. So ratcheted waist swivel is pretty good. Legs. You got to lift up the hip skirts. Forward on a ratchet. Get you straight out, basically. Give it to him. Back, basically nothing. You get one click because it's going to start hitting stuff. Even if you like lift it up and you can't get it around. So basically nothing really back. Oh my god. Outward, of course, is friction, which I don't like. But we do have 100% on the Van Dam.
Yep. We could do a split.
What happened?
I found a GIF.
I didn't see. I don't know why the hell did it didn't come up on my screen. That stinks. There it is.
Damn.
Oh, look at that. Right in the
In the
kisser.
mouth. Yep.
So, the knees and the hips. I don't know. It's something you can't get. So this is. See, here's the thigh, right? Here's the leg. You can see the foot's not in line, right? It's kind of off a bit. So it's like, I don't know if that's supposed to be straight, where the thigh goes back and the knee bends forward, or if that's supposed to be straight. Because it's Combiner Wars all the way. Hold on. Now it's Combiner Wars.
Is there a way to...
Wait, maybe. Wait.
Is there a way to lock it in?
No, wait, no, we're good. I think we're good. I can't tell.
To make it more solid.
I can't. Hold on. They're still funky. I can't tell. See, that's leaning backwards. And then if we push them forward, that's not. It's still leaning backwards, but yeah. So it's like this out of the box too. So you can see it's not straight up and down.
Do it again.
Wish I found that earlier.
So it's like it's either like this or it's like that. Like that kind of looks better, but then you gotta ratchet them forward a little bit, and then it's hunched over a little bit. So I'm assuming it's got to be like that. But when you do it like that, you can see the thighs aren't straight.
Yeah.
So these legs are all kinds of fucked up. So I don't understand this. This is by far the worst part of this figure. I don't, unless it's
Somebody
something
in-
I'm doing wrong. Like I'm forcing these. I know these joints are as far as they'll go.
Jerry R in the chat said you need to push the lower knee joint all the way forward.
It's all the way. I can't get it any more forward. Yeah, that's all the way forward. Yeah, that's not going anywhere. That's all the way. I mean, I feel like it was worse from the right out of the box. Hold on.
What's the problem here? What do you be trying to fix?
Seem like the knees
That's
don't
as
feel
far as-
solid and like where they're supposed to maybe click in.
Yeah, see, they're not great. So it's either have them lean forward a little bit and have the knees bent forward a little bit, or if you bend them back, he's gonna lean back like that.
Oh.
So these knees are not good. It's by far the shittiest part of the figure. But so we have a thigh swivel, friction. Like I said, the knees are the worst part. You're getting about 45 degrees out of those knees. That's all you get.
Yeah.
That's it. So that's super disappointing. And then the feet, you get a little bit of a rock of the toe up and down. And then you do get a good ankle tilt. But because of those limited knees, not super. I mean, I'll take it, especially with them, but not the best. You do so. The other thing, so there's one accessory we haven't shown yet. Obviously, you can take his gun, flip that out, and you can hold it just fine. Okay. He also comes with this optional piece here. So this is for the chest.
Ooh,
If you want the toy
I
look.
like that.
So
I like that.
if you notice this bit of business here, in my opinion, it looks horrible because it's the underside with the pegs and like the waffles. So tune look, it should be clean, right? Like flat like that, and that looks good. But this little bit of business here looks, in my opinion, terrible. I think he looks better with this piece on overall. It's just not as, so that just pegs on. There's a hinge in the middle, so you can go anywhere from that to having it. So the point of the hinge is to get it to curve around his chest a little bit, right? So it's not perfectly flat. It's got a little bit of a curve. And I think he looks leagues better with the chest piece.
Yeah.
I know
Absolutely.
it's not too accurate, because too accurate is flat shapes, but he looks better with it,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
I hope they put out a toy version that's white.
I'd be more surprised if they didn't.
Initially, I didn't like it seeing it in photos, but now like kind of seeing it here in the video, it does look pretty decent.
Yeah, and on the toy, it was just super too big. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
because it was literally the actual
yeah.
fin. So he can obviously grab his gun. No problem. These bits do kind of get in the way a little bit. And done. It's for the sculpt of the figure, for the character. Let's get that down all the way. Okay, so we'll do some side comparisons.
Oh,
and
Ace, I did find a picture though where his tail fin is sticking out his back there. See that?
Wow, that's horrible. That's a lot worse. Now let's do some size comparisons, and then we'll talk about them a little bit, and then we'll get out of here because I figure we're going to run late because it's so much to run through. So here he is, Megatron, which for some reason doesn't want to stand up.
Yeah, I feel like that works.
Yeah.
Prime. Bipan was about the same height. It's Megatron. Here he is with the obvious one.
Wow, you have
Oof.
that?
Is that the DX9?
Yep.
Whew.
I remember way
Ooh.
back in the day when, you know, third parties coming out with everything. Like, yeah, man, finally get an Astrotrain, finally get a blah, blah, blah. And I just remember looking at that at the time and like, you know what? I am going to hold course and I'm going to wait for something better to come out.
Honestly, I really like Chigger. It's a fun figure to mess with. It's not, the
Yeah.
prettiest thing, but it's a fun figure.
But that was like one of the first times I realized that, I shouldn't be looking for placeholders for stuff just because they fit the scale. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But one of the things I did like about Chigger is you see how big he is. I like the fact that he was really tall. Because he's probably as tall as that MP Megatron, I suspect.
Maybe even taller.
Might be a smidge taller.
Yeah.
I don't know why
that.
these feet don't want to.
I like
What's
that.
going on with you right now?
It's pretty close.
Yeah.
Maybe half of that yellow head crest taller, but it could be because he's in the foreground.
Mhm. But I mean, Chigger is the definition of a chugster piece for sure.
Oh, why is Megatron? Why are you having difficulty
Shuts
now?
the piece.
Why are you having difficulty standing? You never have difficulty. And then here he is with.
Oh.
Yeah, see that big thing on his chest. Yeah. Yeah.
He's so cute. Look at that, so cute. That's so cute.
You got any gummy bears hidden in his legs?
I don't.
Oh, okay.
Don't. Sorry.
The fact that you had gummy bears in the legs of your Astrotrain is that's too awesome.
Yeah, maybe you fit a couple M&Ms in there too. It's a little snack, little something to tide you over.
Is there anything else in particular you need to see him with? Anybody need to see him?
Yeah. Let's see him with. You got a Blitzwing?
No. I
I was going to say that, but I decided not to.
Who else does Astrotrain hang out with? I don't know. I'd say that's it, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, it looks good. I like the way it looks. Seeing that chest piece, that extra chest piece there in person, I think that looks good.
Yeah, I think it fits very well. I like that a lot.
So my biggest problem with him is the knees. The knees are fucking terrible. And it never looks quite right in the legs. Other than that, I don't think it's a deal breaker. By any stretch, it's actually a lot better than I thought it was going to be, especially after Springer, which Springer's not a disaster, but Springer wasn't great. That's their only other triple change that they put out so far. So that's really the only thing I can directly compare it to.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a lot better than that. I feel like we actually got the good design team with this because it's not the transformation isn't. You saw me struggle just because it's big and heavy and there's a lot to do, but I was expecting a lot worse. A lot worse, and it actually really wasn't that bad at all. I can probably flip it back and forth fairly easily. But yeah, I think it's pretty good. I'm really not hating on it. It's not the cleanest thing in the world. The early out of the box shots made it look horrible from the back, but it doesn't look really bad at all from the back. It's fine. The legs are quite kibbly, but they're not horrible. I don't like these bits hanging out. I gotta finagle them and maybe I'll tuck them in. Yeah, maybe tuck looks better, but it's not horrible. But yeah, it's pretty decent. It's pretty actually. It's more than decent. It's pretty good. I'd say it's in the more of the upper echelon, in my opinion, for fans toys. It's more on the Thundercon cars, except for Modern Master line.
Cool.
Time for somebody to get up.
Sorry.
But
It's one of my friends trying to call my phone, and I don't know why it's coming through my headset.
how dare they? All
Yeah,
right,
It's late for a phone call.
it is. We ran long like I knew it was going to happen. But any other questions, comments, concerns?
Wes Hoy says, it looks like your thighs are not extended the whole way.
They are. I've yanked on them as hard as I can. They are extended as far as they will go.
There's no hidden like button to release a latch to like.
Unless it's maybe it's supposed to go this way. Is it supposed to go in or out? 'Cause if it's in, that's all the way. If it's out, that's all the way. Let's try it this way. Let's try that way. Does that make a difference? Does that look any better? See, that's still leaning backwards.
That.
And then if you do it forward, it looks even worse.
Yeah, Wes, I think it's just because
And then it's katunk katunk. That looks even worse. So no, this has to be forward. It's got to be the other way. It's got to be that way.
I was gonna say maybe because Ace's camera looks down, it makes it look like they're not extended. But
That is, as near as I can tell, that's right. Because that's more or less how he looked in the box. And as far as I know, it's quite possible I'm wrong. Would not be the first time, will not be the last time. But as far as I can tell, that is correct. This is correct. The pictures on the box even have him with chubby thighs. So look, he's got chubby thighs there too.
so Ace, I mean, if we look at the inside of the leg,
Yeah,
right?
the inside of the leg you can see right there is. If I do that, you can see the same thing. So they have it. Hold on. So they have it more. See that it won't come out anymore. It's got to be. Look, it will not come past this. No, it's gonna break if I do that. Does this come into play?
Oh, be careful.
Oh, son of a bitch! That's what that's for.
Ah.
Oh, you see? Oh well, shit.
That's what that's for. So in the box. Okay, in the box, it's like this, and it says do that, and then it says do that. It says nothing about it. Hold on, let me see. Let me see if I'm wrong. Hold on. I want to see if I
Learn how to read arrow language better.
Look. It says
see,
collapse it in, and then it's just closed. I don't know.
yeah,
Is
that taking it from bot to train?
That's now bot to what you call it? Shuttle. I'll take a 50% on this one.
All right.
So we open that up, and then that can slide out. And then I'm assuming we can close that, yeah, and then that locks it.
Ah.
All right, we're gonna have to do all these size comparisons all over again.
Right. That's
there
fair.
we go.
That's fair.
Oh, I feel bad for the 7 people who stopped watching. Because they thought we were done.
Son of a bitch.
Look at that. Eureka.
You know what? Now I got to figure out. See, he's still doing the lean.
Still doing the little gangster
So I think this has to go one notch in. Let's see. Yep, one notch in. Let's see that. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, still doing a little bit of a lean. It's still not great. Because just making it longer isn't going to make that go away. I think I just got to mess with it.
But you get more thighs, so you're good. You're good.
Let me hold on. Let's move
Doesn't
it out.
look as stumpy.
Oh, there we go. There's more clicks. Okay. Hold on.
Oh,
See, this is the problem. Is in the box, it's transformed wrong. So I'm going by my only exposure to it, which is apparently incorrect. It looks like about that. That looks about. See, it's still not. It's like the play in between.
yeah. You can still see
All
it.
right.
It's
Let's give him that. Fair? I think
Fair.
that's fair.
all right. Yeah.
I think that's fair. Okay, there you go.
How's it look next to Megatron now?
So let's hold on. Let's play him out a touch, not a ton.
Oh, that made about a
Yeah.
head difference in height.
About a half a head now.
Yeah. Still looks good though. But yeah, that's definitely a difference.
Chick is still taller, but it's closer now.
Yeah. Cool.
And then the important one.
Hey, you don't happen to have that Fans Toys Motormaster around, do you?
I do.
Be kind of curious to see. I think
Ugh.
Motormaster's still really big, right?
Yeah. Hold on. The Seeker's in the way. 1 second. Move view. Let me take out this one. Okay, I got him.
Wow. Okay. Jeez. Jeez, man.
is huge.
Yeah.
I would love Astrotrain to be that big. You know what I mean? Like, fuck.
It would make more sense.
Man, I just
Yeah.
hope their Blitzwing isn't.
Oh, that
completely
thing that's
out of-
never coming?
Yeah, I just hope it's not completely out of scale with him.
Don't worry.
Oh.
By the time that thing comes out, we'll actually have mass shifting.
Do you have a Sovereign? The Toy Mafia, I would like to see him next to Galvatron.
I can grab it. Hold on. I don't want to break that. Okay. 2 seconds. Oh, I just stepped on the Seeker. He's good.
Oh,
We're good.
He probably has toys all around them. Figures all around. Yeah, but that extension there does make quite a difference. It looked almost like the Siege one before he did that, you know, because that one with the legs, the bottom half of the legs, like the way it looks on this one, they're pretty chunky, so it just doesn't give you a huge range of motion.
Right. There you go.
All right, that looks good too.
I digs it.
The only other thing I wanted to check real quick. Does this give him... Yep.
gives him a better knee
Much
range.
better. Yep.
And I believe he can probably finagle... No, it's starting to hit the back. I thought you can maybe get a double. So that actually improves that a lot. That takes, I would say, 75% of my knee criticisms out. Not 100%, but 75% of them.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting this guy. Still wish he was bigger. I have to put him on a pedestal or something.
What happened, Brink? You didn't get in on the initial batch of these?
No, my retailer of choice gets Fans Toys very late in the game.
Very
now.
late. No, okay.
You should probably switch to my retailer
Yeah.
for that.
Yeah, I have some stuff coming with him too. I just, it's busy times, Ace. Busy times. All this work, stuff like that. I'd rather just see it, set it, forget it. But now here I am, like, I've got Magnum late. I haven't even messed with it. I haven't even opened Hunk. You know, it's like I've seen Ace do it. I don't need to see it.
Um,
I don't think he can.
I don't know where it would be.
Oh, he's got protection.
He's got a
Yeah.
chastity belt.
Can he touch his nose?
Oh
He
yeah.
can touch his nose at least. He's imagining what it would smell like.
If only I could smell my own farts. Come on, fold back up. Okay. I gotta kind of clean this up later. Oh, the other thing is the flight stand. The train tracks has nothing. You can't do anything with it in robot mode.
That's unfortunate.
That's why they're selling those other stands.
Yep. So you got to have your robot mode flying Astrotrain because that's so important. You can buy one of those other stands. It would have been nice if they could have integrated it, but as far as I know, there's no way to. I mean, I guess you might be able to reconnect it there, but no, actually that wouldn't work. Nope, can't do anything with the stand. The train tracks are just train tracks. You can tell, you can put them down and just be like, don't cross the train tracks. All right.
He's on the wrong side of the tracks.
Any other questions, comments, concerns?
Nope.
Somebody get the chat?
I did.
Oh, look at you. Settling back in.
You know, like a glove. Tonight we had Shay J, Toy Mafia, Mr. Von Wolfenstein, Braun, Wes H, Dare 2727, Buzzsaw Eject, Snoke, Spinal Tap, The Hobbit Sam, and Hosea. Good to see him in here. ABC Bricks, Jerry R1974, Cobra Clan, and Lowell M.
Oh,
Nice. And happy birthday, Wolf.
Oh yes, happy birthday.
whose birthday is it? Oh, Eric's. Fuck him.
Yeah.
Have a bad birthday. Just kidding. All right, let's do some where you at, and we'll get out of here because it's running late. Mr. Brink, where you at?
At Brink Laser on Instagram. And tune in to ETR Mondays BTM on Tuesdays. Figgah, Bangin, and Shelf every other Wednesday.
All right, Mr. Jose.
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Xbox Live, and the PlayStation Network, all at Harrican BX. Thanks, guys.
All right, Miss
Branding.
Fisher.
You can find me on Facebook under my regular name. You'll have to figure it out. It's different now. But you can also catch me back on this channel every other Wednesday with you guys, and Friday nights on MPSP Theater, and then every Friday also on the All Queued Up podcast. And that's me.
All right, I am at a Smiler pretty much everywhere. Mostly on Instagram, Facebook, and the Realm group under my real name. Figure it out. It's only slightly harder than hers. Cool Table Network shows. Follow the Cool Table Network page on Facebook to be notified. The easiest way. That's gonna pretty much do it for us. Yeah, check us. Thanks for tuning in live. Thank you for watching After the Fact, and we will catch you guys next time.
All right. Peace.
Later.
Yay.
Say it with me now. Really?